Inside Hilltopper Athletics is brought to you by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Here's your host, Lynn.
Welcome, Inside Hilltopper Athletics. I'm joined by Don Clegg. Of course, we're in Evansville, Indiana for the Elite 8. West Liberty, a day away from debuting in this tournament. So, Don, it's award season. Tell us some latest developments.
Well, it is, and as always, the Hilltoppers are recipients of multiple awards, and of course, when you have a player like Bryce Butler, that doesn't come as a surprise. A couple major awards came out today. The National Association of Basketball Coaches put Bryce on the All-District team, which is the equivalent of the All-Atlantic Region team. And on top of that, the D2 CCA, which is the Conference Commissioners Association, Bryce repeated today as a first-team All-American on the D2 CCA team. And this makes I think with the NABC All-District team, that's the 18th consecutive season that West Liberty basketball has had at least one player make All-District.
And that's amazing. I mean, absolutely, it's amazing because at some point, guys graduate. Yes. So you're graduating All-Americans, All-District players, but to be able to replace them at that level for that length of time is amazing.
No question. And sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, but to your point about graduation, another award that I think we glossed over a little bit the last time, Bryce is also a first-team academic All-American. And again, that's the 10th academic All-American in program history here in just about the last 10 seasons.
Yeah, that's Division II, the student athlete. There's the academic side, there's the playing side, and you can't do it much better than what Bryce has done. And I saw Bryce yesterday, and of course, I'm 180 years old and a basketball historian, and I'm going to have him look up Bill Walton. He's heard of Bill Walton. He hasn't really seen much footage on him because that's whose game I think Bryce really reminds me of.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier today at lunch, and you brought that name up. And again, I'm actually older than you, if that's believable and possible, yes. But as soon as you said that, it just clicked. And he's like a 6'5" or 6'6" Bill Walton with the post moves, the bank shots, the angles, working the play. I mean, I think that's a great comp.
The timing, there's so many parts of his game, and you're right, he is a downsized version of that, and Bill Walton was pretty darn good.
Yes, he was.
So that's quite a compliment for Bryce. What do you think is going through? Let's get away from the coaches and players. What do the Hilltopper faithful think right now?
Well, I think if you're a Hilltopper fan, you've got to be really, really excited. I mean, this team is playing at just peaking perhaps at the right time. I was doing some work this morning in a room, and 9 straight double-digit victories, 6 straight in postseason since we started the MSC tournament. Every game we've won by double figures, and I worked out the math, and it's an average of 22 points a game. Winning margin, which is just unbelievable. When you're talking postseason play, the farther along you go, the better the opponents get. And we've been rising to the challenge every single time.
Right, and I think that's the thing, to play this well, this dominant of late. But the reason I asked that question, I want to caution everybody's expectations. There's a reason there's only 8 teams that are still standing. These are really, really good basketball teams.
Right.
There's different matchups, fights, styles make fights. We talk about that all the time. And West Liberty can play really, really well tomorrow, and it might be a nail-biter.
Oh, no question. And this is a perfect year to point that out because you look at, I think Nova Southeastern got through their season undefeated. And they were the number 1 seed in their region. They won the region. And the other 7 regions, the number 1 seed didn't win it. We were the number 2 seed, which is one of the highest seeds to get here. And so all those other number 1 seeds were coming into their tournament as the favorite. They're not here. This is postseason basketball and it's win or go home.
And I think I saw a stat the other day that since they've gone to this regional format, the number one seed has won 50% of the tournaments.
Yeah.
The regional tournaments. So that's what makes this tournament so remarkable, that 7 of the 8 number one seeds did not advance.
Absolutely.
And that has left the door open that we're not the only team here that's thinking this is our tournament.
Yes.
If we go out and we do what we're capable of, we could go home with the national championship trophy.
Well, exactly, because we could sit here thinking, wow, we've won 9 straight games by double figures. We're averaging 22 points a win in postseason. We're a team of destiny. And every other team is saying, hey, we've upset our way. You know, we've put ourselves, because as any coach will tell you, if you're in an Elite 8, you have to be in it to win it.
Well, it's been fun. We've been here for 2 days. We just watched very intense practice.
Yes.
And that's one thing, and that's what I love about Coach Hallett and his style of play. This isn't shoot-around the day before a game.
No.
They are getting after it. It's 5-on-5. They're pressing. They're working on defensive drills. They're working on passing drills.
Yeah, one of the busiest guys on the court today was the trainer, Jason Coleman, with people turning ankles and getting aches and bumps just from the competition, and they go 110%.
Right, and that's the reason that they play the way they do on game night. There aren't days off here that
No.
we're going to be full tilt and we're going to go at it. We're going to meet with Coach Hallett here in this next segment, and then they've got to get off to community service, which
Yes.
is always a nice touch to the tournament.
Yeah, the NCAA just does a terrific job with these national tournaments. I mean, we're sitting here in the lobby of the Ford Center, which if you ever get a chance to come out here to one of these events, by all means do it. I mean, this is a beautiful facility. There's a full-size NASCAR car, obviously a Ford on the shelf above us here. I mean, this is just an incredible venue, and talk about the student-athlete experience. This is a memory that they're going to cherish for the rest of their lives.
Right, and it's a memory that when we recruit guys, this is kind of what we're never going to promise that, but I'm a history major.
Yes.
and in West Liberty, it's amazing what this run has been like. It's just year in and year out playing at the highest level, and that's what makes our program so special.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up this limited edition of Inside Hilltopper Athletics. When we come back, we'll be quickly joined by head coach Ben Hallett before he takes off to community service. And what we'll do is we'll enjoy this for as long as we can.
Absolutely. Come back tomorrow morning, do a full game preview.
All right, see you in a moment.
Go Toppers.
The Panhandle Difference.
Westbanco appreciates our more than 15-year relationship with Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. They're a one-stop shop that handles all of our work, whether it's quick projects or whether it's a project that might involve multiple locations, multiple branch locations. We appreciate the relationship. Doesn't matter what we throw at them or how complex it is. They get it done quickly and they do a great job.
With Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Inside Hilltopper Athletics is brought to you by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration. Here's your host, Lynn.
Welcome back to the second segment of Inside Hilltopper Athletics. As always, joined by head coach Ben Hallett. Coach, how was the trip down, and what have you been doing since you got here?
Yeah, trip down was great. Stopped in Columbus, Ohio, and had a practice there, and then got some good barbecue food on the way, and our guys enjoyed that. And made the long journey here to Evansville, and had a nice banquet yesterday for the team, and got good food there, and had a great speaker. Then today we had a practice, and now we're just getting ready to go do some community engagement and get a good night's sleep and play tomorrow.
What type of community engagement are you doing?
Yeah, so it's neat. We're actually going to a local YMCA, and we get to work with kids and play basketball, which I think all of our guys are pretty good at. And I know our guys are really looking forward to doing that. I know the coaching staff's really pumped up to go there and be with kids and play with them for an hour.
Well, I don't want to keep you too long. Superstitions, what have we followed since we came down?
Well, I don't work out on game day. That's for sure. I'm never going to work out on a game day. And then I'm a weirdo. We've eaten Subway. I don't know if you've known this. We've eaten Subway for 15 years before games, and we're going to continue to do that. And then I've got some weird ones. I'm not even going to talk about those.
What about, do you have the same seat on the bus, same rooming list?
Yep, same rooming list, same seat on the bus, same time we shoot around. We're superstitious. I'm going to blame that on my assistant coaches because, like, I've brainwashed them into doing that, but they've taken it to a whole other level.
How much time have you had to prepare for our opponent? Have you watched much film?
Yeah, it's we've watched film all week, and they're just so well coached and well schooled, and they don't make mistakes. And contrasting style play. They're more of a half-court oriented team, and obviously we want to play the full court. But again, our guys are geeked up. As far as I know, and this might be a Don Clay question, I don't think we've played these guys in the history of the program, and we're looking forward to playing these guys for the first time. I was just told tomorrow at 3:30.
Well, we'll let you get very important community service. Thanks for spending a couple minutes here. We'll catch up with you tomorrow, but let's get ready to go.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Whether you're a recent high school graduate or looking to complete a college degree later in life, starting your educational career at West Liberty University will be the catalyst for your future. Start your journey at westliberty.edu.